Maybe you're tired, not tired from work, not tired from being busy, but tired of getting your heart broken by people who promised they cared. Maybe you've met someone who made your heart race the moment they walked into your life. Someone who made you believe that this time would be different. You replayed their messages, thought about them before falling asleep, smiled when their name appeared on your phone. For a while, everything felt beautiful, until one day it didn't. Because some people know exactly what to say, but don't know how to stay. And sometimes the hardest heartbreak isn't losing someone, it's realizing that the future you imagined with them was never real in the first place. Maybe you've spent nights lying awake, wondering why love has felt so difficult, why the people you cared about the most couldn't love you the way you loved them, why you kept giving your heart away only to end up feeling lonely again. And if you're honest, maybe a small part of you has started to wonder whether real love even exists, whether there is actually someone out there who will choose you without hesitation, someone who stays when life gets difficult, someone who doesn't leave you questioning your worth. If you've been feeling that way lately, I want you to stay here for a moment, because this isn't a story about heartbreak. It's a reminder that not everyone who enters your life is meant to be your forever. And sometimes the people who leave are simply making room for the person who won't. So before you lose hope in love, before you convince yourself that you're asking for too much, hold on a little longer, because one day you'll meet someone who feels different. Maybe part of the reason love has felt so painful is because many of us were taught to mistake intensity for love. We mistake butterflies for certainty. We mistake anxiety for passion. We mistake emotional highs and lows for a deep connection. And without realizing it, we begin to believe that love is supposed to be difficult, that if we care enough, wait long enough, or try hard enough, someone will finally choose us. So we hold on. We wait for their texts. We check our phones more times than we'd like to admit. We replay conversations in our heads. We search for hidden meanings in simple words. We wonder if they're losing interest. We wonder if we said the wrong thing. We wonder where we stand. And little by little, love starts feeling less like peace and more like uncertainty. The hardest part is that we often blame ourselves. We think maybe we're not attractive enough, not interesting enough, not enough in some way. So we keep trying to earn what should never have needed to be earned. More effort, more patience, more understanding, hoping that one day the love we've been giving away so freely will finally be returned. But deep down, there's something your heart has always known. Love was never meant to feel like a constant battle. It was never meant to leave you questioning your value every day. It was never meant to make you feel lonely while standing beside someone. Because when someone truly cares about you, you shouldn't have to spend all your energy trying to prove that you're worthy of being loved. And yet, so many beautiful people do exactly that. They spend years chasing approval, years chasing reassurance, years trying to earn the very love they already deserve. Not because they're weak, but because they care deeply, because they believe in people, because they keep hoping. And maybe, if you've been carrying that burden for a long time, it's not because you're hard to love. Maybe you've simply been looking for love in places where you had to fight for what should have been given freely. But one day, you'll meet someone different, not someone perfect, not someone who magically removes every challenge from your life, just someone whose love feels easier to breathe in. And for the first time in a long time, you won't feel like you're trying to solve a puzzle. You won't spend hours wondering what they meant by a message. You won't lie awake questioning where you stand. You won't have to search for signs that they care. Because when someone genuinely wants to be in your life, their actions tend to speak more clearly than their words ever could. One day you'll meet someone, and you'll stop feeling like you have to earn every bit of affection. You won't have to shrink yourself to be accepted. You won't have to hide parts of who you are. You won't feel pressured to become someone else just to keep them interested. Instead, you'll feel free to be yourself. The real you. The version that laughs too loudly sometimes. The version that has flaws. The version that carries scars from old heartbreaks. And somehow, they'll stay. Not because you're perfect, but because real connection was never about perfection. It's about being seen and still being chosen. And maybe the most surprising thing of all is how calm it feels. Because after spending so much time chasing uncertainty, peace can feel unfamiliar at first. No constant guessing, no emotional roller coaster, no fear that every disagreement will end in goodbye. Just a quiet sense of trust, a feeling that says, I'm here, not only on the good days, not only when things are easy, but on the difficult days too. And that's when you'll begin to understand something beautiful. Healthy love doesn't make your heart feel confused all the time. It doesn't leave if you're enough. It doesn't make you live in fear of being abandoned. Healthy love feels safe, not boring, not perfect. Safe. The kind of safety that allows your heart to rest. The kind of safety that reminds you that love was never supposed to be a battle. And when you finally experience that kind of love, you'll wonder why you spent so many years believing that confusion was a sign of something real. And maybe that's when you'll discover something beautiful. Home isn't always a place. It isn't always four walls, or a city, or an address you've known your whole life. Sometimes, home is a person whose presence makes the noise inside your mind grow quiet, a person who makes you feel understood without needing to explain every part of yourself, someone who listens, not just to your words, but to the things you struggle to say out loud, someone who doesn't judge your past, doesn't make you feel ashamed of your mistakes, doesn't expect you to be perfect all the time, because they understand that being human means being imperfect. And perhaps the most beautiful thing about them is that they see your scars, the heartbreaks, the disappointments, the fears you've carried for years. They see the parts of you that other people walked away from, and they stay. Not because they don't notice your flaws, but because they understand that love was never about finding someone without flaws. It's about finding someone whose heart feels safe enough to hold yours. With the right person, you don't spend your days pretending. You don't have to act stronger than you are. You don't have to hide your emotions. You don't have to constantly prove your value. You can be tired. You can have bad days. You can admit that you're scared sometimes. And instead of making you feel like a burden, they simply sit beside you and remind you that you don't have to carry everything alone. That's a rare kind of love, the kind that doesn't demand perfection, the kind that doesn't disappear when life gets messy, the kind that feels like peace. And after spending years feeling misunderstood, years trying to fit into places where you never truly belonged, meeting someone like that feels different. It feels like taking a deep breath after holding it for far too long. It feels like finally putting down a weight you've been carrying for years. It feels like finding rest after a long journey. And maybe that's why people say that the right person feels like home. Because when you're with them, you don't feel the need to become someone else. You don't feel the need to chase, to convince, to earn. You simply get to be yourself. And somehow, after all the roads you've traveled, all the heartbreak you've survived, and all the love you've searched for, that feels like coming home. If love has hurt you, I hope you don't blame your heart for it. I hope you don't look at all the disappointment you've experienced and decide that love itself is the problem. Because sometimes the pain wasn't caused by love. Sometimes it came from holding on to people who were never meant to stay. People who were part of a chapter, but not the whole story. And as painful as those goodbyes may have been, they do not get to define the rest of your life. I know it's tempting sometimes to build walls around your heart, to tell yourself you'll never care that deeply again, never trust that easily again, never risk being hurt again. But the truth is, every heartbreak teaches us something. Not always right away, not while we're in the middle of the pain, but eventually, it teaches us what we need, what we deserve, What kind of love helps us grow, and what kind of love slowly breaks us apart. So if you're still healing, be patient with yourself. You don't have to rush into anything. You don't have to force your heart to be ready. Just keep moving forward. Keep healing. Keep growing. Keep becoming the person you are meant to be. And most importantly, don't let temporary heartbreak convince you that lasting love doesn't exist. Because not every story ends in goodbye. Not every person walks away. Some people stay. Some people choose you again and again. Some people bring peace instead of confusion, comfort instead of anxiety, consistency instead of uncertainty. And somewhere in this world, there may be someone hoping to find exactly what you carry inside your heart. Someone searching for kindness, for loyalty, for understanding. Someone searching for a heart like yours. Maybe your paths haven't crossed yet. Maybe the timing isn't right today. Maybe not tomorrow. But life has a way of bringing people together when they're finally ready to recognize what truly matters. So don't lose hope. Not in yourself and not in love. Because one day, when you least expect it, you'll meet someone whose presence feels familiar, someone who brings calm to your restless heart, someone who makes you feel seen, valued, and safe. And in that moment, you'll understand why none of the other connections were meant to last. Because one day, you'll meet someone who feels like home. And if these words touched your heart today, share this video with someone who might need a little hope and love. You never know who may be waiting to hear exactly these words.